Good morning. It's Monday, September 29th, 2025. I am standing at the end of Garfield Avenue under the bridge, continuing with the Monitors project of visiting all the parks in the city from smallest to largest. We started at park number 162 and we have now worked our way up to park number 63. At 6.3 acres, it is Rice's Point Landing. And there's a seagull waiting for us to give us the tour. Rice's Point Landing has this dock and boat launch area, and there's another one over there. So this is a real nice place to get a look at the harbor from harbor level. Get a look at the bridge. Just offshore there, well, you can see the Bong Bridge in the distance. In the foreground, in front of the Bong Bridge, is Interstate Island. That low-lying land out there, that island exists in both Wisconsin and Minnesota. It was originally created with dredge sand, dredged out of the harbor. They just dumped it there and made that island. Several years ago now, they actually built that up higher and installed some kind of a wire system so that terns can nest there and not have their eggs predated, eaten by seagulls. And so that's been going on for a while. I do hope to head out to Interstate Island this winter when the bay freezes. Do a video on that. I'm planning a whole slate of ice walks, so I'm really hoping for an early cold winter with not much snow, and then once we've had a few weeks of deep cold, then it can snow. But I want that. I want the waters to freeze around here because I have a lot of nice ice walks I can show people. So tons of willow growing in here. I do not know what this shed is. Dumpster area, minus dumpsters. Old infrastructure. Here we have water under the bridge, so you probably shouldn't worry about that too much. Just let it go. It's just water under the bridge. This is a very infrastructure intensive park. All the features are of infrastructure. If you have a nice cold winter without a lot of snow, like we did last winter, this area right here is very nice for ice skating. There was a brief moment of time last winter, maybe 4 or 5 days when this was all frozen with no snow on it. And I came out here with one of my kids, did some skating. So that large structure there, that is the remnant, the remaining section of the old interstate bridge. And today, this area is really out of the way. You have to make a effort to get here, and there's not a lot of traffic, but 60, 70, 80 years ago, this whole area was one of the busiest areas in the entire city. Traffic between Superior and Duluth came across that bridge, and then Garfield Avenue was just business district, commercial district, industrial district. Lots of trains as today, but way more civilian traffic on Garfield. So the remnant of the interstate bridge remains today. And you can walk out on it, and it is the highlight of this area, in my opinion. Got a porta potty here. A lot of willow in here also, and tansy. The interstate bridge operated from 1897 to 1961. There was a 2-year gap in there when it wasn't operating. I believe around 1907, a freighter smashed into this thing, put it out of commission for 2 years. So they had to go back to using the ferry boat for a while. This was a toll bridge. It cost 5 cents per person or 5 cents per bicyclist to go across. So they were a little bit more bike friendly back then than people tend to be today. Probably wasn't a lot of people screaming at every bike they saw crossing the interstate bridge, although I guess I wasn't there. So. 10 cents per cow or head of stock, so 10 cents per cow or horse going across, and 15 cents per wagon. So I've paid my nickel and I'm heading out here. You can see jutting out on the left there I don't know if that was the original where people walked, or if this where I am now is. Streetcar lines and trains cross this bridge. The streetcar line was removed in 1938. And then in 1961, the big bridge, the Blatnick Bridge, was built, and this thing closed. And now the Blatnick Bridge is in the process of being redone. So several generations of bridges here. to using the boat launch. And you can continue on. So there you go. Park number 63, Rice's Point Landing. Thanks for watching.